Doctors say a Stalk cage replant could be a play converter for lot patients in repeated multiple sclerosis. Results of an world test show how it was capable to halt the illness and enhance symptoms. It involves wiping out a patient's immunity framework with carcinoma drugs and later restart it in a Stalk cage replant. Louise Willits, 36, of Rotherham, is now sign-free and said it feels love a wonder. A full of 100,000 human beings in the UK include MS, that attacks nerves in the marrow and dorsal string. Fair above 100 patients took portion in the test, in hospitals in Chicago, Sheffield, Uppsala in Sweden and Sao Paulo in Brazil. They all had recurrent remitting MS, wherever attacks or relapses are accompanied by periods of remission. The intermediate results were liberated at the yearly meet of the Europe Community for Ivory and Squash Transplant in Lisbon. The patients acquired each hematopoietic Stalk cage transplant, HSCT, or narcotic treat. Following 1 year, just one recurrence occurred amongst the Stalk cage team compared in 39 in the narcotic team. Following an ordinary pursue-up of 3 years, the transplants had unsuccessful in 3 out of 52 patients, 6%, compared in 30 of 50, 60%, in the monitoring team. Such in the replant team skilled a reducing in invalidity, because symptoms degraded in the narcotic team. Professor Richard Burt, Conduct Inspector, Northwest College Chicago, said same information is amazingly in favor of replant versus the top accessible drugs. The Neurologic Society has been skeptical on the treat, but these results will changing how. Repeated multiple sclerosis. The treat uses chemo to kill the defective immunity framework. Stalk cells undertaken of the patient's bloodstream and ivory squash are later de-infused. These are untouched by MS and they restore the immunity framework. Professor John Snowden, CEO of Bloodstream and Ivory Squash Transplant at Sheffield's King Hallamshire Clinic, said we are excited in the results. They are a play converter for patients in narcotic persistent and disable repeated multiple sclerosis. Professor Sweet Basil Sharbrack, neuroscientist at King Hallamshire Clinic, said the is intermediate analyze, but in how caution, the is the top outcome I include seen in any test for repeated multiple sclerosis. Louise was undiagnosed in MS in 2010 while she was just 28. She said MS controlled my lifetime and I lived in terror of the following recurrence. Same lowest period was not creature capable to get out of bed since I had no sustainability in my flesh. I struggled to go and though consumable period in a invalid carriage. It as well struck my learning, it was love a marrow fog and I misread speech and struggled to hold up in conversations. She got marital to her affiliate Steve, on the at first anniversary date of her replant, and their infant child Joy is now a monthly ancient. I sense love my diagnostic was fair a bad vision. I dwell each day as I wish to, quite rather than planner my lifetime about my madam. The replant expenses about £30,000, on the identical as the yearly cost of several MS drugs. Doctors distress it is not appropriate for all MS patients and the trial can be exhausting, comprising chemo and a few weeks in insulation in clinic. Dr. Susan Colhus, CEO of study at the MS community, told the Stalk cage replant HSCT will quickly be recognized as an set treat in England, and while how happens our precedents will be manufacturing, certainly such who could gain can in fact get he. She added, we've seen lifetime changing results for several human beings and possessing how prospect can't rely on yours postal code.